Hi, everybody. Welcome. So, recently I got back in the gym. Very successful, heavy lifting. Great sessions I'm actually having. Wonderful, actually. Better than I normally have. But I don't want to talk about that today. What I want to talk about is dealing with one's own personal issues and own demons. And sobriety. Being very sober minded. And being sobriety doesn't always have to come from you drinking. It's also what you can consume. Alcohol is maybe one factor, but you may practice a consumption of where you may smoke a lot of weed. You may partake in a lot of illicit drugs. You may even partake in a lot of excessive eating. It comes in many forms. People have many triggers. But as for me, the reason why now I go as hard as I do at the gym, it's not because of what the fact that what I'm running from. It's just the fact of this is what led me to this point where I could have been doing this a lot better, a lot sooner. But to weigh myself down with the struggles of life, sitting here having self-doubt and self-loathing, I felt the only thing that was perfect for me was self-destructive behavior. Was me drinking, was me smoking. And honestly, I wasn't even dating. Really, I was just going out randomly and just hooking up. I was doing everything just to accept this form of validation. And it didn't do nothing much for me but left me empty. It didn't make me happy. And I can tell you right now, I drank a lot. Like, a lot. The way I drank, I tell everybody, excuse me, it's only by the Most High's grace and mercy that I'm still here. Because most of what I was doing, I shouldn't even be functioning. There were days where I was shocked that even I woke up. Because like I said, especially when you're trying to rebuild your own life and then you have someone in your ear acting like you're not doing enough as a parent or enough in general, you start looking at it as doubt. You start thinking, what's the point? What's the point of me doing all this? What's the point of me working hard and doing all this when all people care about is what you do for them in that moment? But then the moment you don't want to keep doing it, no. As soon as you stick up for yourself, they try to make you feel bad, but you allow them to make you feel bad. And because you allow them to make you feel bad, you start drinking again or smoking again. Now, I know there's people out there who probably thinking, if you look at me, be like, oh no, he don't look like a type of person that would be a partaker and stuff like that. Oh, trust me. You'll be surprised what people partake in when they give up. When they have no hope, no optimism, and you allow pessimism to take over. So never assume what somebody's going through and thinking it can't happen to you, because it can. I'm talking to you out there. Y'all know exactly who y'all are. And some of us walk around with the chip on our shoulder as if you can't fall to the same things that I fall to, or that person, or that person. But here's the thing. The moment you begin to mock someone, see someone in a light, and think it's funny, the moment you do that, just remember that because you mocked it, because you laughed at it, you already opened up the door for it to come to you. So If you think for one moment that, oh, I will never fall this low or this down bad, yes, you will. You can. Especially when people are not in your corner. And then when people do try to confront you, they refer to you as, and they always use the term, the word drunk. Like all you care about is that, but they're not helping you get better. That's why most times when you see people who have pulled themselves out, yeah, they distance themselves from others. Yes, they start pushing people away because it's like, no. Because when I was down in bed, where was the encouragement? When I was down in bed, where was all this upliftment? Where was this, love that you talk about? Where was it? Oh, that's right. You couldn't give me it because you know why? Because you was enjoying it. But the moment that you start coming out of it, watch how everybody fall back fast. Because now they realize, like, oh, like, here it go. He has that clarity moment. Once he starts thinking, or she starts thinking, the clarity comes. They want to stay away because they know now you're starting to see them for what they are. Because remember, if you have a great circle of friends or close acquaintances, look and examine exactly why y'all close. Yes, having interests is one thing. Doesn't mean they have your best interests at heart. Because what happens if you stop doing the same things that they do? Is the love still there? What happens when you no longer suit them in the way that they enjoyed you the most? It suits them. You no longer suit them. You no longer the person that they enjoyed, because you know why? Because now you're not partaking in the things that they do or the things that they're used to you doing. And before you ask, how sober am I? I'm not all the way there. Well, like I said, I'm not all the way there. Sorry about that. Somebody was calling me scammers. Mostly it's probably people during the election time. I know this is a tangent. We get back on to being about my sobriety and how I've been dealing with it and how I stay out of pitfalls. But on this tangent, I'm ready for this election to be over with, so people stop calling my phone. Just annoying. I'm just so ready. This is the most calls I've had. Let's see. When did this stuff started? It's been almost like 2 months. I'm tired of picking up phone calls. I'm thinking it's some people I want to hear from. Like my children. No. But anyway, back to my what I was saying. So, my deep dive, because I might make another part. I might make a part 2 to this. Well, actually, I think I am going to make a part 2. So, now as my sobriety goes, am I fully sober? No. Have I cut back a lot? Yes. Now how much? A whole lot. Because what you see now, how I perform in the gym, if we go 2 years back, that is not the same person. 2 years back, let's see. I was on a scale of like 150. The lightest I got to like 145. One time I dropped all the way down to like 139. While around you now, I work in doubles at my job, and I work a laborer's job. I load trucks. On top of that, we'll go to the gym. I think out of those 2 years, because when I started getting back to about a year and a half, I think I went to the gym a total maybe 20 times out of 365 days. Now, if you ask, well, what made you snap out of it? It was me. It wasn't nobody pushing me. Wasn't nobody telling me. It was me. I had to want it. Because at the time, I didn't want to sober up. Because I always figured, I said, what was the point? No matter how hard you try, it's never enough. Until I realized, no, it is enough. You're allowing society to set this expectation for you that you're handicapped at it. Yes, I do have a handicap in society. So like I said, being told in my community, you gotta work twice as hard to be half as good. So that's 4 times I gotta go hard to get to ground zero. No. If I'm gonna work twice as hard 4 times to get to ground zero, I'd rather put it in divinity. That's why I'd rather work hard to be pleasing to him than man. But anyway, enough of that. I'm here to tell you that if you haven't picked up the bottle or any destructive behavior, right now I'm here to tell you, don't do it. Leave it alone. Find somebody to talk to. Hell, you can even talk to me. Leave a comment. So, I will engage. Even if you don't want to talk, just listen. You're not alone. Just when you think you are, no, there's somebody who always have it worse than you. And here's a little snippet for you. There are those out here right now in this very world who have never recovered. Now I want you to think about that. And we have met people along the way that something terrible happened. Most of the times, it's a relationship. It's the heartbreak of a woman. Most men never recover. Never. And I'm here to tell you, I'm not most men. It took a while, but I did recover. And I'm here to tell you, you can recover too. But it's not going to happen overnight, so don't even think that. You are going to backslide. I'm going to be honest with you right now. You're going to go backwards. You're going to slide backwards because you want to go to the thing that's you most comfortable. I'm here to tell you right now, don't go to the thing that's most comfortable. So if you go to the thing that's most comfortable, you're going to get more miserable and you're going to be worse. And when you backslide that one step, go ahead, take that one step back. You're going to go all the way about 10 to 20 of them. So you keep moving forward. Keep pushing forward. You don't have to be, hit the ground running, but keep going. Don't stop. After all, you have every reason to keep going forward. Don't think that it's over because of one or this person, that person. There are billions of people on this planet. One person does not end it all. And one person has no control over you. And don't allow people to try to control you. But I will say this, and I will tell you to keep this in your back pocket. If you haven't, don't do it. If you have a good habit, keep your good habit. If you have hobbies, keep your good hobbies. And I can tell you right now, if you've never been a drinker, a smoker, none of those type of things, those vices in life, don't you pick them up. You leave them. Leave them alone. But I'll talk to y'all in a second. I got part 2.